Welcome to the Family Book Club podcast with Elizabeth Samsetti.
Hi. Okay, so today I ran into a story on social media that was very worrisome to me. I know that it's been on social media, like I said, and most of you must have come across it. A lady that got married that was crying out that after about 3 months of marriage, she discovered that her husband cannot do anything with her, that her husband down there is as tiny as a little baby. And she confronted him, and he was born like that. There was nothing he could do about it. And she was like, okay, since this is how you know you were, why didn't you tell me before we got married? And the guy was telling her that he knows that they are meant for each other. And she was asking him, what about children? How are they going to have children? And the man was like, they can adopt children, actually. And she was actually really crying, virtually crying, and asking for help and people's opinion on what she can do about it. And she said that her parents were pastors or so, and they had told her that, well, she had married, she had narrated the story to her parents, and her parents told her that she's married already, and that marriage is forever, and she has to stay and endure. Okay. I felt for her, actually, and I was actually like trying to put myself in her shoes and was wondering how she's going to be able to endure, because she's an adult, and to have been lied to. If you have been following up my videos, I'm the type that is always laying a lot of emphasis on a couple that are about to get married to be honest and be truthful with each other, to each other, okay? That whatever it is that is going on in your life that you feel is a secret, when it gets to that stage, that level, when you want to get married, I think it is very good and very important that your spouse-to-be, your partner, knows exactly the challenges, areas in your life where you feel you have challenges, to enable them decide whether they want to go ahead with the marriage or not. Because if you lie to them, and just like this man has done to this young lady, and after marriage, it's definitely going to end our marriage. Okay, at this point now, even as I put it to you, you've heard a story. If you were the one in her shoes, or if she was your sister or your daughter, what would you advise her? What kind of counsel would you give to her? Would you be like her parents that have told her to remain in that marriage, that marriage is forever? But in law, I think at this point, for the fact that she was lied to from the beginning, I think is null and void. If I don't know, I stand to be corrected for the lawyers that are listening to me right now, because it was based on lies. It's already a wrong foundation. The wrong foundation has already been established, has already been built. Marriage based on lies. All right. At this point, what's the way forward? What is she supposed to do? Because if you tell her to stay, just like her mother has told her to remain in the marriage because marriage is forever. Yes, we know marriage is forever. That's when the right things are done. When things are done appropriately and rightly, all right? I'm a Christian. I believe in marriage being forever, all right? That's what it's meant to be. When you are about to get into marriage, go into marriage, you're meant to go with that mind, that yes, this is for the rest of your life. This is where you'll be till it ends. You don't go with the intention of going in, and when it's rosy you stay, and when it's so bad you leave. No, if it was a situation whereby probably along the line after a couple of years of marriage, or even if it were immediately, maybe he had an accident that affected him, or he got ill, he got sick or something, then it's understandable. As the wife, she has to be an understanding and supporting wife. But this is different because she was totally, outrightly lied to. This will end this marriage sooner than later. The man was already telling her that, okay, yes, they can adopt children and all that. But it got me thinking, assuming it was the woman that had the issue, would the man had been so quick to tell the woman that they could adopt children? Okay, let's leave that away. That's by the way right now. Okay, if something is not done, if this woman remains in this marriage, she's definitely going to go outside. She's going to have extramarital affairs, which at the end of the day, it will still lead the marriage. It will still break the marriage. So in my view, if you ask me, if I were her, if I were in her shoes, because I'm not in her shoe right now, neither are you, and I can only just imagine what it is that she's going through, that she's passing through. But if it were to be me, I don't think I would remain in that marriage. Ask me why. Why? Because if she remains in that marriage, she will have extramarital affair. And that's wrong. That's not right. Okay? So instead of her to remain in that marriage and be cheating, going outside to get satisfaction from other men, I think it's better she honorably take a walk out of that marriage so that that man can, find a way to sort himself out. That's the way I feel about it. I don't know, you may not agree with me, but if I were her, that's exactly what she was my sister. That's the counsel I would have given to her. Because it will hurt the man even more for her to be there, seeing her with him and seeing and knowing that she goes outside. Yeah, there are some scenarios where the man can even say, okay, since I am like this, he permits her to go outside. But is that it? That's not marriage. That's not how it ought to be. That's not how it should go. So, and seriously, it's really very hurting. What the man had done is almost unforgivable. I said almost unforgivable. I didn't say it's not forgivable. But if he had told her from the beginning, who knows? If he had even told her, she might have loved him to the extent that she would have but she would have prepared her mind psychologically to take it, to know that this is who I'm in love with. These are the areas of his performance and the areas where he cannot perform. Then together they plan how their home will be. Because let's not forget that before we get into marriage, we are meant to sit down together, the couples to be, the two people in the relationship, and plan ahead their marriage. They will have planned it, but she's taken by surprise, and the reaction it's not nice. Once again, I'm going to say, please, let's learn to be honest and be truthful to one another before marriage. Let's stop giving ourselves, our spouse, surprises after marriage. It's not fair and it is not nice. And I know that it is not godly. My name is Elizabeth Samsedi.